Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scribo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Friday, May 20th, and the moon shifted into Aquarius at about 9 o'clock this morning, 8:54 a.m. on the east coast of the U.S. While we slept, though, the moon was very busy. That Capricorn moon was very busy. And we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about the other things happening today. I just wanted to point out, we changed the yellow flower here into a lantana because it likes the sun better. But this is my homage to the Ukraine. I know that's purple, but it's sort of a purpley blue. It kind of looks like their flag colors. So this is my homage to the Ukraine. And when that beautiful lantana gets bigger, it's just going to be glorious. Yeah. All right, I want to take you around the house while I talk about what's going on in the stars today. It's a little noisy, of course. It is garbage day here. Garbage pickup day. Those back there are the peonies. They're not quite ready. Oh no, it's going to get really, really loud right now. Okay. Hold on one second, guys. They're picking up my garbage. I'll show you that so you can see. That's the big garbage truck that comes and grabs everything and dumps it. And the old days, like the guys used to come out of the truck, right, and put it in the truck. But these days they have levers and such, which I guess is good because it protects their back. Yeah, so they took one. Oh, that was just the garbage. I haven't taken the recyclables yet. So this here is spirea. Now there's an interesting story about this spirea. We had one or maybe two, and then one day a car, as you can see, this is a pretty active street, car crashed into our bushes and smushed the spirea, but instead of killing it, it just sort of made it bigger, and it became like a protection. So I call spirea the great protector. Don't ask me why. I mean, don't ask me if that really, is really a thing. Here's a nice view. We have some lilacs up there, you can see, and in the background, the beautiful dogwood, which we will move under. And then this is a bridal bush. This usually blooms in June, but it's, when I used to live on the Cape, it bloomed in June. Things up here were a little further north. We're on the mainland here in Wareham, and things actually in this area of Wareham anyway, things bloom a little bit faster than they did when I was down the Cape on the canal. All right, so let's walk over here and let's talk a little bit about astrology. Michael collected some rocks. We have a lot of these. The stony, what is it called? The stony shores of New England or something. All of this, I believe, is granite. This is all over the yard, underneath the ground, and makes for interesting digging. That's why. And in New England, we have these walls, these stone walls. You say, why are all these stone walls? Well, because all the stones are everywhere, and then they would just make them for boundaries. And then, of course, who's going to move those? So, all right, there you go, in all her glory. Yesterday, I came out here and took some pictures. I shared some of them with you. But after the rain yesterday, I came out. Everything was just so beautiful. But when I stood under this tree, I felt like that I was in heaven, actually. I imagine that heaven looks like this. I just imagine that heaven looks like this. So let's talk a little astrology while we stand here. This underneath it is I think it's a Russian olive. It's kind of a weed tree around here. It's everywhere, but it smells so beautiful. So once it blooms, then we cut it back so it doesn't take over the yard too much. But you walk around this yard, if you know anything about plants, and I don't know that much, There's just so much variety. It's kind of crazy. A lot of this is just overgrown, but it's so pretty. We hate to, once it blooms, we'll cut it back so we can actually walk through here. This is one of the paths along the back of the garden. This was a functioning garden until it was taken over by raspberries, blackberries, and the like. So, but we're going to reclaim it this year because we want to see if we can be a little bit more, have a little more food security because of what we grow. So we're gonna try that out. We'll probably do a lot of pickling and a lot of canning at the end of the season. But I'll share that with you if Michael isn't too shy. Maybe even some of his recipes. I mean, he really is quite amazing with that stuff. All right, let's get into the astrology. So last night when most of us were sleeping, certainly I was sleeping. I actually got up late this morning. I apologize for coming on so late. I slept in. I haven't slept in years. And I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, it felt so good. I think one of the reasons is the sun just didn't come out yet. It will come out later today. We have some fog. And that's why I sort of slept in. But, and there we can see that beautiful wisteria up there. And the other dogwood and the little island there that's been created by nature. So the moon slipped into Aquarius about 9 o'clock this morning. But while we were sleeping, it made some pretty interesting aspects. It made a lovely sextile to Neptune and then to Mars. Remember, Mars and Neptune just came together in their biennial conjunction. And because this happened for most of us, I think, some people in Europe, this would have happened late at night. Yeah, like I think also kind of in the morning while they were sleeping. But I almost feel like we woke up with a lot of really good ideas in our head that came through our sleep. And that's one of the powers of Pisces is the power of sleep and inspiration while you sleep. And very important for people with Pisces to get a good sleep because it's a way of, it's actually good for all of us. But if you're especially sensitive with that Pisces energy, it's really good to make sure you're getting enough sleep. We're doing some, this is a mess. I kind of hate to show it to you, but there used to be a tree here, a giant tree actually, that we had to cut down because it was so close to the house and it had been struck by lightning. Not the house, the tree. We didn't know that until we cut it down. You could see it in the tree. But yeah, that was a number of years ago. So where the stump was, it sort of rotted. So now we're going to fix it up and make it a bed. That's the plan. It takes a lot of effort for that stuff, but we'll do it. So we have the moon making a sextile to Neptune, then Mars. Then it makes a conjunction to Pluto, right? All this while we're sleeping. So check your dream journals, folks. At 8 a.m., the moon made a trine to the sun and then moved into Aquarius. So the last aspect of that Capricorn moon that really felt very good, especially after the Scorpio stuff, and then Sagittarius, while generally optimistic, didn't seem to change the mood too much. It wasn't until we could put our feet down on the ground with that with that Capricorn moon, did things, at least for me, feel like things were stabilizing a little bit and we had something to stand upon besides sorrow, the sorrow that was engendered over the eclipse weekend there. All right, so then the first aspect that this moon newly in Aquarius makes is a supportive sextile to Jupiter and opportunity to share what we know. So really good energy today, I think. And then at the end of the day, right, I think it was like 9 o'clock tonight, or either 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, I can't remember. The sun moves in, I think it's closer to 10. Hello, little guy. That's Stubby. He's got a little stubby tail. Oh, he's so cute. I freaking love those little guys. They're so cute. And they're not afraid of me, it seems. They just go right past me. Hi, little guy. Oh my goodness. Can you see the chipmunk? Oh God, I can't see. I can't help myself. Yeah, so the sun moves into Gemini, and that helps to open the lines of communication. Although the ruler of Gemini is, of course, is Mercury, which is in Gemini but is retrograde. And tomorrow, the Sun and Mercury will make their inferior conjunction. Look at this beautiful flower. Is that gorgeous? And then behind it, we see the grass sort of growing. And on the edges of the grass there's all like diamonds. Just love it. I just love after the rain. It's like so beautiful. I mean, even the simplest things are so beautiful. Oh, look at this gorgeous thing over here. Yeah, the irises are starting to come up. This is always one of our favorite times when the irises wake up from their slumber. And we have the, what is this called? Seal of Solomon? Solomon's seal here. Can't really, oh yeah, you can see the flowers. It's so droopy from the rain. But you see those little white flowers. The bees love them, and the hummingbirds love them too, even though they're not red. Hummingbirds generally like bright red, but they like those tubular flowers. I think mostly white flowers have a scent. That's how they attract birds and bees. And then the color is an attraction if it's like red, or in the red family. All right. Anything else I want to say? I want to say that I feel myself personally, and I have to say, I usually try to be pretty sunny about things, but it has been very challenging. And not necessarily personally for me, but the collective energy has been very, very, just hard to work with. And I feel like there's a shift now. We are coming off to a certain extent the shock and awe of that eclipse, the emotions, the deep feelings, and perhaps now we can roll up our sleeves and actually do something about it, right? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little walkabout. Have yourself a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. Thank you for all of you who are signing up for my Kabbalah class. I'm really excited about it. It is going to be starting next Wednesday, 7 to 9. If you're interested, you can still join us. There are still spaces available. It is an introduction to the Tree of Life and Kabbalah. It's sort of the first step in a way, learning how to work with the Kabbalah the way I work with it when I do those readings that you see. I just did one on Johnny Depp, and I did one on Tucker Carlson. It was a lot funner doing it on Johnny Depp, I'll tell you. But one of the challenges of a reader, or even a healer, if that's what you're doing, is that it's really important when you're dealing with somebody that you don't judge them, because you're not going to get the full picture of things. So you can check those out if you want to know what those readings look like. They're usually captioned astrology and Kabbalah of whatever person I'm doing, but there's tons of people on my website. We have all the people who ran for the Democratic nomination. We have AOC. We have some notorious characters on there, but you can check that out if you just search my channel. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Enough chitter chatter. Can you tell the sun's about ready to move into Gemini? When is she gonna stop? Sorry. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and enjoy your Friday. We deserve it. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye.